think all of us have a story, or we know someone who has a story where their eyes were extremely opened in 2020. And that was kind of the first wave of another great awakening. And I think we're going through that right now with what's happening with the
Right.
sound of freedom. What's happening
Yes.
with these big
Yes.
the silencing on some level. So speaking
Absolutely.
Yes. Speaking of that silencing, Michelle Bailey wants to know, Dr. Steve, who do you think was responsible for the sabotage that happened in the AMC theaters nationwide during screenings of The Sound of Freedom, and why? You touched on this a bit in your video, but
Yeah.
let's
Yeah.
talk about this a little
Well,
more.
it's clearly happening. I mean, that's even Newsweek did a report on it. I mean, it's clearly happening.
He's done it, gang. I don't know how, but Mike Lindell has done it. He's taken what was already one of the most comfortable pillows on the market, and he made it even better. That's right. My Pillow 2.0 is here. With Mike's new cooling fabric technology combined with his original My Pillow fill, gang, it's truly the most comfortable pillow out there. It's always cool to the touch and provides some of the best neck support I've ever experienced in a pillow, leading to some pretty incredible sleep. For a limited time, Mike is providing over $150 off his new My Pillow if you use code Turley. That's right. MyPillow.com/Turley will get you massive savings on a set of 4 My Pillow 2.0. Mike is he's a true patriot. He's a friend of the show, and he's a bona fide American entrepreneur. It's really a great product, so don't wait. Mike told me these new pillows are selling like hotcakes, and this offer will not last forever. Click on the link in the description below and use code Turley to get your My Pillow 2.0 today.
Theaters that are showing Sound of Silence are disproportionately more likely to go through viewer interruptive acts. So we're talking the fire alarm going off, the air conditioner's not working, the movie not where there's something going wrong with the lighting, the projectors, and you name it. I mean, there's all kinds of shenanigans. It's not working. That's the beauty of it. I don't know who's behind it per se. Now, the producer, if I recall, of Sound of Freedom put out a note saying that they very much valued their partnership with AMC. So they're not blaming AMC. I think they're blaming individual theaters for this. So it may be just a bunch of leftists, local leftists, causing trouble, doing what they can to make what is without a doubt the single biggest box office smash hit of the summer. And keep in mind, in half the movie theaters, although they're now expanding at 30%, as I understand it, but in half the movie theaters that like Indiana Jones is in, and they're only shown in one theater, whereas Indiana Jones is in sequential theaters, so you can watch it any hour on the hour, as it were. And it's still rocking and rolling. It's absolutely astonishing. So I don't know who's behind it. They're obviously leftists. They obviously are doing everything they can to thwart the success of the movie. And if anything, it's just cause. I remember my wife saying that when we went to see it. She said, it's enough for me just to see it in spite of these liberals. I don't even, I don't care. I'll buy extra tickets just to shove it down their throat that you can't intimidate us. So when we saw it, the theater was absolutely packed, completely packed, and not a seat in the house. I mean, maybe right in the very front row or something, but even there, even in your first kind of, we have the stadium seating, right? So your first rows are pretty flat. I mean, almost every seat was taken. It was awesome. We all stayed. I don't know if you guys have seen it yet, but when you do, Jim Caviezel gives an amazing 2-minute pitch halfway through the credits. Stay for it. It will send shivers down your spine. I mean, goosebumps. It's so amazing, his speech that he gives. It was so wonderful. So, and he got a standing ovation from the audience when we were there. It was wonderful. And you're with your peeps when you go there. You definitely feel like you're home, right? Your country's back. That's why we love Trump rallies. We feel like we're finally home, right? So I don't know who's doing it, but clearly something's being done, and all it's doing is stealing resolve and adding to the movie's already astonishing box office success. 100 million. It's almost it should reach 100 million literally any hour now.
Way more than woke Indiana Jones and crazy Snow White companies.
Oh God. I don't even think that thing's going to see the light of day at this point. When Disney denied it even existed, when Disney said it was obviously made up, and then left-wing sites like AV and Daily Beast said, "Yeah, obviously it's made up, you stupid conspiracy theorists," and then Disney had to say, as the Daily Mail, which originally published the pictures, the British outlet, British papers, the only ones doing real journalism at this point, and of course alt media. When they came out and said, no, we got the receipts, we could show you who the actors were, how they're being employed, what movies they're working on, which is right now this new Snow White reboot. Oh, they had to just admit, yeah, they're real. It's true. And even the woke Daily Beast is like, really? You guys, this is real? Come on, guys. We can't defend everything you do. So, yeah, it's hilarious.
It's a real life SNL skit. I mean, you could not make it any more like a skit.
It's a real life SNL skit. Perfect. Well, the Babylon Bee said it best. Their very first tweet on the set just said, "This is real. This is not a Babylon Bee satire. This is actually real. Reality has gone beyond our ability to satirize." It was brilliant.